All right, if you hear noises off to the side, my little ones are playing around. So I drawn out the 3 that I sent you solutions to. I know you said you're still kind of uncomfortable with what we're doing. You're still a little bit lost. I'm not sure right where you're getting lost. If you could try and like pinpoint exactly the part that's confusing you, and then I can focus on that's helpful to me. So for number 3, it gives us a line segment Q to N. That's one line segment. And then it puts a little point here in the middle. So think of it like if you were going to the grocery store, right? This point is your house. And if we went straight to the grocery store, this point's the grocery store. So we could measure the distance from your house to the grocery store. And then let's say while you're walking, maybe you come across, I don't know, a turtle or something. There's a turtle crawling. So from your house to the turtle, we could measure that amount. And from the turtle to the grocery store, we could measure that amount. And together, the 2 add up to the entire distance from your house to the grocery store. I don't know if that helps at all, but I'm a visual learner, so I have to use colors. So here, I took QP, and I kind of colored it green a little bit, and then PN, I colored it like a pinkish color. And it tells us that QP is 1, I don't know if it says inch, I think it says centimeters. This is 1 centimeter, and P to N is 1 1/4 centimeters. And it asks us to find the length of NQ. So from N to Q, which is the same thing as QN. They're the same thing, right? So to find the whole distance, I'm just gonna add this guy plus this guy. That's all I'm doing, that's all it is. So 1, and then I have 1 1/4, and I'm just gonna add them together. That's all I'm doing. So if I add 1 plus 1 1/4, I should get 2 1/4. And then it tells you, whatever it says, I don't remember. I think it's centimeters. If it's inches, then you can write inches. The next one might be inches or centimeters. I really don't remember. I'm not looking at it right in front of me. So this is the length of NQ, this entire thing, okay? So we're gonna do the same thing for number 4. It's set up the exact same way. We have AC, line segment AC, and then we have this random point B, somewhere kind of sort of towards the middle. All right, so we're just gonna add the 2 segments together. This AB segment is 4.9, whatever the units of measure are. And then B to C, the rest of the way, is 5.2. So to figure out what the entire length is, we're just adding them together. So I'm going to add 4.9 plus 5.2. And then when I add those together, I believe we get 10.1. 10.1. And then in your answer, if it gives you units of measure up here, meaning if it tells you inches or feet or centimeters or something like that, you always want to include that in your answer. So I think this one's inches. If it's something different, then you can fix that part. But so here we were looking for the length of AC, this entire line segment from point A to point C, and that is 10.1 inches or whatever it is, okay? And then the third one, number 5 here, we're still doing the exact same thing. We're just gonna kind of alter the order we do it in. Okay, so this one was in millimeters, I remember that. So the first section here is 9.7 units from F to G. And then it tells us the entire thing from F to H all the way across is 15 units. Is this guy right here. So this entire line segment from point F to point H is 15 units. So we have this plus whatever this is. We don't know what this is, but the 2 of those together add up to equal the entire length, right? So I'm going to add the first smaller segment plus whatever the length of this segment is. I don't know what it is here, so I'm just going to use the letter X. You know, in math, we always use X when we don't know what a number is supposed to be. But I know together the 2 are going to add up to 15, because that's the total length all the way across. So now this is just algebra. I'm solving for X. I'm trying to get X alone. So right now, since it's X plus 9.7, I want to get rid of plus 9.7. And to get rid of it, to just make it 0, to make it go away, I'm going to do the opposite. So instead of adding 9.7, I'm going to subtract 9.7. And then I'll have 9.7 minus 9.7, which is just 0. These will cancel each other out. And to keep an equation, to keep both sides equal, if I subtract 9.7 over here, I have to do the same thing on this side of my equal sign. So minus 9.7. So on this side, they canceled. So that goes away. It's just 0. And I'm going to bring down this x. I'm going to bring down my equal sign. And then 15 minus 9 is 6. And minus 9.7 would be 5.3. So the length of this missing, this guy right, where am I looking? This thing right here is 5.3 units, 5.3 millimeters. So it's asking us to solve for GH. GH equals 5.3 millimeters. So the whole idea behind linear measure is just whenever you stick a point somewhere in between two endpoints, it just breaks up one big measurement into two smaller measurements. And if you add those two smaller measurements together, it always adds up to the one big measurement. Let me know if you still have questions.